Welcome back. Last lessons we discussed the main groups of fuel sources, and today we continue with the chemical process of the fire. And there are specific conditions which are needed for the fire process to start and continue. So we need information to evaluate if these conditions present the potential of fire or not. For example, flammable materials are provided with information sheets called Material Safety Data Sheet or the MSDS, which are produced by the manufacturer, and the MSDS will include certain information which will help to analyze the fire risks. And certain fire data is based upon test conditions such as the flash point. Flash point is the lowest temperature at which the substance will produce sufficient vapor to flash across its surface momentarily when a flame is applied. And we can simplify this definition saying it's the temperature at which gas and vapor will ignite momentarily. And please pay attention to this word, momentarily, by an external source of ignition. Other provided condition is the fire point. Fire point is the lowest temperature at which the heat from the combustion of the burning vapor is capable of producing more vapor, which is able to sustain the combustion cycle. And simply, the fire point is the temperature at which gas and vapor will sustain a flame when ignited by an external source. Next provided condition is the spontaneous ignition or auto-ignition temperature, which is the lowest temperature at which the substance will ignite spontaneously without any other ignition source. And here, the spark is not necessary for ignition when a flammable vapor reaches its auto-ignition temperature. And the HLP noted that the lower fire point or flash point or auto-ignition temperature, the more likelihood that the combustion process will continue and produce a fire condition. Also, the MSDS will include some important information such as the vapor pressure, which is the pressure of the vapor given off by a liquid or solid caused by atoms or molecules continuously escaping from its surface. And it's measured in pascals. And get to know that the higher the vapor pressure of the substance at any given temperature, the more volatile the substance is. Other information the MSDS provides is the vapor density. Vapor density is the density of gas or vapor compared to the density of hydrogen at the same temperature and at the same pressure. And vapor density has implications in container storage and the safety of the personnel in that if the container can release a dense gas which is heavier than air, these vapors will sink. And here we have two conditions. If they are flammable vapors, they will collect at the low level until they reach a concentration sufficient for ignition to occur, or they are non-flammable vapors, and here they can accumulate in the lower floor or bottom of a confined space and displace air, and with the hazard of asphyxiation to personnel entering that space. For example, the hydrogen sulfide H2S caused a number of deaths where gas has traveled or settled in the trenches or pits. All this information will enable a variety of differing control measures to be considered. Here's the end of this lecture.